Friends, please subscribe, like, and comment. This is very important to us. An ancient secret that all rich and happy people know. Have you ever wondered why some people live in abundance and joy, while others are always struggling with problems? Why does everything come easy for some, as if the universe itself is helping them, and others toil day and night, but are left with nothing? The answer is simple. There is one ancient secret. The sages of Babylon knew it. Medieval alchemists used it. All successful people today use it, but they hardly talk about it. They don't teach it in schools. They won't show it on TV. It's not magic, not luck, not fate. It's a specific principle, a law which always works for everyone, without exceptions. The secret is that rich and happy people think completely differently. They see the world through the prism of abundance, not scarcity. An ordinary person looks at the world and says, there are few resources. There's not enough money. There are no opportunities. Time is running out. He lives in the mode of economy. Fear. Scarcity. A rich person sees the same world, but he says, there are enough resources. Money can be created. Opportunities are everywhere. Time can be expanded. He lives in the mode of abundance. Faith. Opportunities. What is the difference? In the focus of attention. What you look for is what you find. If you look for problems, you will find them. If you look for opportunities, you will see them too. Imagine two people in a garden. One looks at his feet, sees only weeds and dirt. The other looks up, sees ripe fruit on the trees. Which of them will reap the harvest? Obviously, it is the same in life. A poor person looks at his feet, looks for problems, finds them. A rich person looks at the trees, looks for opportunities, finds them. The most amazing thing is that both are right. They just live in different realities, which they created themselves. How does this work in practice? Let's take the story of two friends. Let's say a crisis hits. The company fires half the employees. Both are left without work. An ordinary person panics. Everything is lost. No work. Crisis. Now we just have to survive. He grabs the first part-time job he can find. As long as there's money. He tightens his belt, waits for better times. His reality narrows, becomes cramped. Poor. A rich person in the same situation says differently. Great. Finally got out of the office. Time to start my own business. Crisis is the best opportunity to start. He does not save. He looks for new paths, invests in training, meets people. His reality expands, fills with opportunities. A year passes. The first is still in poverty. The second has already launched a successful business, which flourished precisely thanks to the crisis. What has changed? The external circumstances were the same. The thinking was different. One saw a dead end. The other saw a door. Here's a simple example. Let's say you have 100 rubles. What will you do with them? Most will spend them on food, or put them aside for a rainy day. A rich person will do something different. He will buy a book with this money, or a course, or just invite a smart person for coffee. To learn something new, 100 rubles spent on food will disappear forever. 100 rubles invested in knowledge will bring thousands, perhaps millions. It's not about the money. It's about the thinking. A poor person consumes money. A rich person invests in himself, in knowledge, in connections. One more important point. Rich people believe that they deserve the best. They don't skimp on themselves. They don't spare money on health, on education, on comfort. A paradox? Not at all. The better you feel, the better you work. The more you know, the more you earn. The more comfortable you live, the brighter your thinking. A poor person saves on everything. On health, on education, on quality of life. As a result, he gets sick, doesn't develop, lives in stress. His productivity falls, and so does his income. A rich person spends on himself, invests in health, in knowledge, in comfort. As a result, he is full of energy, constantly grows, lives for pleasure. His productivity soars, and so does his income. It turns out to be a vicious circle, but it can be broken. Where to start? Small. Right today. Start with speech. Stop saying, I don't have money. I can't afford it. It's too expensive. Instead, ask, how can I get it? What should I do to afford it? How can I create the necessary amount? The difference is colossal. The first phrases close off opportunities. The second ones open them. Stop complaining. Complaints are prayers to poverty. You tell the universe how bad you feel. It believes you and sends you even more problems. Start being grateful. Gratitude is a prayer to abundance. You show the universe that you see good. It rejoices and sends you even more reasons to rejoice. Every evening, remember 3 things you are grateful for. It doesn't matter how small they are. Coffee with a friend, a smile from a passerby, warm weather. You teach your brain to see the good. Over time, it will find more and more of it. Start investing in yourself. Allocate 10% of any income for self-development. Books, courses, trainers, travel. Even if the amount seems ridiculous. Even if it's 100 rubles. It's not the size that matters. It's the principle that matters. You're sending yourself and the universe a signal. I'm worth investing in. I value myself. I'm ready to grow. The answer will come. Surround yourself with those who believe in abundance. People are powerful transmitters of energy. If you're surrounded by those who are always whining and saving, you'll catch their thinking. Find those who enjoy life, who are looking for opportunities, who aren't afraid to dream. Their energy is contagious. You'll start thinking the same way. Remember, the world is abundant. There's enough money. Opportunities abound. There's enough time for everything. You just need to believe it and start acting accordingly. Your reality is a reflection of your thoughts. Change your thoughts. Your reality will change. The ancient secret is simple. Wealth and happiness are not the result of external circumstances. They are the result of internal choice. The choice to see opportunities where others see problems. The choice to believe in abundance where others believe in need. Make this choice today. Right now. Look around. What do you see? Problems or opportunities? This choice is just a first step. Now comes the fun part. Practice. You no longer just believe in abundance. You begin to act in accordance with this belief. Every day, in every decision. Let's take Anna's story. She worked as an accountant. The salary was average. She dreamed of her own cafe, but she kept putting it off. No money. The risk is high. A crisis is not the time to start. One day, she learned about the principle of abundance. She decided to try it. She stopped saying no money. She started asking, how can I find money for a cafe? The answer came unexpectedly. She noticed that the office workers near her work were constantly complaining about the lack of good coffee nearby. Anya bought a simple coffee maker. She started taking her freshly ground coffee to work. Colleagues began asking to make it for them too. She sold them coffee at cost. Then a little more. In a month, she was already earning so much on this that it was enough to rent a small corner in the neighboring building. She did not wait until she collected 1 million. She started with what she could, with a small step, with one coffee maker, with the belief that the opportunity is right here. Now, this is how the abundance mindset works. You do not wait for ideal conditions. You create them from what is at hand. Another story. Mikhail dreamed of traveling, but there was not enough money. Instead of postponing the trip for someday, he asked himself, how can I travel now? He learned about the work of a hostess in hotels. He got a job in Turkey for a season, then in Thailand. He not only saw the world, but also earned money. Then he started blogging about his travels. Now, he is a professional travel blogger. His dream became a job. He didn't wait until he saved up. He found a way to combine his dream and income. Right away, here is a specific exercise for you. Take a piece of paper. Write down your big goal. For example, I want to earn 500,000 a month. Now forget about how. Just believe that it is possible. Absolutely real. And answer the questions. What kind of person earns that kind of money? How do they think? How do they spend their day? What are their habits? What do they believe in? How do they communicate? What do they spend money on? How do they solve problems? Describe this person in detail. Now start behaving as if you are already them, right today, without waiting for $500,000 to appear in the account. Start in the morning. How does someone who earns $500,000 wake up? Not with an alarm clock and the brain turned off, but consciously. Perhaps he meditates, does exercises, reads 10 pages of a book, plans his day. How does he have breakfast? A sandwich on the run? Or a full meal at a beautiful table? With beautiful dishes? With pleasure? How does he dress? In an old stretched sweater? Or in clothes that express his confidence and status? Even if he works from home, how does he solve work problems? How does he react to problems? How does he communicate with clients? How does he feel about money? You do not wait for money to come in order to start living well. You start living well now. And money comes as a result. You send a clear signal to the universe. I am ready for abundance. I am already living in it. And the universe responds to you in kind. Important. This is not about spending your last money on an expensive suit. This is about changing your inner state. You can put on your simplest but clean and iron sweater and feel like a king because you treat yourself with respect. Right now, abundance does not start with a fat wallet. It starts with self-esteem, with the understanding that you already deserve better, just because you exist. Another key point, rich and happy people do not carry everything on themselves. They are not afraid to delegate, to ask for help, to pay professionals. They understand time is the most valuable resource, much more valuable than money. It is better to pay a specialist who will do the job in an hour than to spend a day on it and do it poorly. They create a team, even if it is a freelancer who makes them a website, or a cleaning lady who cleans up once a week. They free up their time and mind for important decisions, for creativity, for generating ideas. An ordinary person tries to do everything himself. Why pay if I can do it myself? He saves money, but loses time, energy, opportunities. His development slows down. A rich man pays. He invests money in his time, in his comfort, in his growth. His development accelerates. Income grows. Conduct an experiment. Calculate how much an hour of your life is worth. Let's say you earn $1,000 an hour. Is it worth it for you to hang wallpaper for 2 hours to save $3,000 on professional? No. You lose $2,000 of potential earnings and a lot of nerves. Delegate this task to a professional and earn money in these 2 hours or figure out how to earn more. You are in the black. Start small. Stop doing what you hate. What takes away your energy and time? What can be delegated or automated? Can't hire a cleaner? Start with the dishwasher. This is also delegation. To a machine. Can't hire an assistant? Use programs to automate routine. Chatbots for responding to clients. Post-scheduling services. Every minute you free up is an investment in your future, in your dreams. And finally, rich and happy people are generous. They do not hoard out of fear. They share out of abundance. They believe that the more they give, the more they receive. They give gifts, treat friends, donate to charity, share knowledge, help others grow. They understand money is energy. In order for energy to flow, it needs to be released. Stagnant water turns into a swamp. The same with money. Generosity is not a consequence of wealth. It is its cause. You do not become generous when you get rich. You become rich when you become generous. Start small. Buy coffee not only for yourself, but also for a colleague. Help someone who is having a harder time with money. Buy a book that inspired you and give it to a friend. Do it not out of calculation, but from the heart, just because you can, because you want to share good things. You send a signal to the world, I have enough, and the world responds to you in kind. Let's sum it up. The ancient secret is a change in thinking. From scarcity to abundance, you begin to see opportunities. Believe in them. Act. Invest in yourself. Respect your time. Share. You don't wait for change. You create it. Now. You create it. Now. Today. From this very minute. Many are waiting for some kind of sign. A magic kick. The perfect moment. It won't happen. You create the perfect moment yourself. With your decision, with your action. Here's the simple truth. Success is not a huge leap. It's thousands of small steps, taken daily, consistently. Inevitably, your brain will resist. It loves the familiar. It's afraid of the new. He will whisper, tomorrow, starting Monday. When I'm ready, don't listen to him. Act now. Power is in action, even the smallest. Take one step, and you're no longer standing still. You have momentum. It moves you forward. Make a rule. Take at least one step toward your goal every day. A very small one, but a must. Want to write a book? Write one paragraph a day. Does it seem like nonsense? But in a year, it will be 365 paragraphs. A finished book. Want to learn a language? Learn 5 words a day. Not enough? In a month, 150. In a year, 1825. You will speak fluently. Want to start a business? Study your competitors today. Come up with a name tomorrow. Make a logo the day after tomorrow. A week, and you already have a foundation. The main thing is not to stop. Movement is life. Stopping is death for your dream. Your progress will be unnoticeable day by day. But look back in a month, in 6 months, in a year, you won't recognize yourself. You will be a different person. Someone who acts, achieves, creates. Here's another important secret. Rich and happy people value their attention. Strongly, harshly, ruthlessly. Attention is your most valuable resource. Much more valuable than time. You can spend an hour working. But if you were constantly distracted, scrolling through your social media feed, replying to messages, you wasted that hour. You didn't create anything valuable. Where your attention is directed, your energy flows. Your life grows there. If you give all your attention to problems, they grow. If you give all your attention to opportunities, they blossom. Take control of your attention. Harshly, in the morning, don't grab your phone. Don't clutter your brain with other people's thoughts. The first hour of the day is yours. For meditation, for planning, for the most important thing. Work in blocks. Set a timer for 45 minutes. Don't check anything, just the task. Then take a 15-minute break. This way you'll get many times more done. Turn off all notifications. All of them. They're designed to steal your attention. Don't let that happen. Create an information diet. What you eat with your eyes and ears. News full of negativity. Social networks where everyone is perfect. TV series about someone else's life. You're wasting your energy on consuming someone else's content instead of creating your own. Your life. Stop. Hard. Delete apps. Unsubscribe from everything that's not useful. Invest the free time and attention in yourself, in your development. You'll be surprised how much strength you'll have. Ideas. Energy. Now about your environment. You are the arithmetic mean of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Check this out. Who are these people? Do they motivate you? Inspire you? Believe in you? Or do they whine, criticize, and drag you down? If the latter, change your environment. Urgently. This does not mean rudely breaking off relations, but gradually reduce communication. Look for those you want to be like. Attend events on your topic. Meet people. Communicate. Adopt their way of thinking. If there are no such people around you, look for them online. Watch interviews. Read books. Learn from the best. Develop a habit of asking yourself the right questions. Instead of why am I so poor? Ask, how can I increase my income? Instead of who is to blame? What can I do? Instead of when will this end? What can I learn from this situation? The questions how and what direct your brain to find solutions. The questions why and who to find someone to blame and complain. Control your questions, and you will control your life. Another habit is keeping a diary, not for complaining, for analysis, planning, ideas. Answer 3 questions every evening. 1. What went well today? 2. What could be improved? 3. What will I do tomorrow to move toward the goal? It takes 5 minutes, but it changes everything. You learn from your experience. You plan. You stay focused. And the last thing, learn to celebrate victories. Any, small, big. Finish an important task. Celebrate. Go to a cafe. Buy yourself something nice. Just praise yourself. You reinforce the right behavior. The brain remembers, and action is followed by a reward. If you want another reward, act more. Most people scold themselves for every little thing. They kill motivation. They stop. Praise yourself. Rejoice. You have the right to do so. You are on your way to your dream. Let's sum it up. Your life will change when you change your thinking. From scarcity to abundance. You will start to see opportunities. Take action. Every day. Control your attention. Surround yourself with inspiring people. Ask the right questions. Celebrate your victories. You don't wait for ideal conditions. You create them. Right now. From what you have. You don't hope for luck. You create it. With your thoughts. With your words. With your actions. You don't look for someone to blame. You take responsibility. For your life. For your happiness. For your wealth. And then a miracle happens. The world responds to you in kind. Throws up opportunities. Meetings. Ideas. Money. Because you are ready to accept them. Because you deserve them. You're no longer a victim of circumstances. You are the creator of your reality. And this is the oldest and most important secret, which all rich and happy people know. They are not special. They just think and act differently. Now you know how. All that remains is to start. Right now. Take the first step. Today.